The world is changing in a way leaders cannot cope with it anymore. Today's ever-evolving business landscape, C-suite leaders face a monumental challenge: managing the economic outlook. As the economy becomes increasingly complex and interconnected, the traditional approach of top executives overseeing market trends and stock markets is proving to be insufficient. The volatile nature of the global economy demands a more nuanced understanding, and relying solely on C-suite leaders to navigate this landscape is no longer feasible. Factors such as geopolitical tensions, technological disruptions, and shifting consumer preferences have reshaped the economic outlook, making it a multifaceted puzzle that requires expertise from various domains. In this video, we will delve into the reasons why C-suite leaders cannot effectively manage the economic outlook anymore and explore alternative strategies for tackling this intricate challenge. The economic outlook the C-suite have is not usually what the reality is under the pressure of meeting the short-term stock exchange, shareholder, and board expectations. The classical macroeconomical theories driving our economies are not sufficient since the end of the gold standard and how its ripples of impacts came back to us as a global crisis in 2001, 2008, 2020, and now 2023. As the world is changing with new supply chains, cutting-edge new technologies, AI, etc., the business conditions and the outlook is changing in a way most C-suite leaders do not understand. Given the lack of experience living abroad in other regions of the world and in other cultures, most C-suite leaders lack the knowledge and experience at a global scale to understand and manage meta-economics. Macroeconomics is old school, and it is time to understand the meta-economics. It starts with how money is created. Meta-economics versus macroeconomics. Meta-economics and macroeconomics are both branches of economics that study different aspects of the overall economic system, but they focus on different levels of analysis. Macroeconomics examines the behavior and performance of the economy as a whole, considering factors such as inflation, unemployment, GDP growth, fiscal and monetary policies, and the interactions between different sectors. It aims to understand and analyze the aggregate outcomes and trends in the economy, providing insights into the broader picture. On the other hand, meta-economics takes a more expansive and holistic approach. It goes beyond the traditional boundaries of macroeconomics and delves into the underlying principles, assumptions, and paradigms that shape the field of economics itself. Meta-economics seeks to understand the philosophical, methodological, and theoretical foundations of economics, questioning its core assumptions and exploring alternative perspectives. Meta-economics challenges conventional economic frameworks and investigates the societal and cultural influences on economic theories and models. It examines the role of power dynamics, ideologies, and historical contexts in shaping economic systems and policies. By doing so, meta-economics offers a critical lens through which economists and policymakers can reflect on the limitations, biases, and blind spots in traditional economic analyses. In essence, while macroeconomics focuses on the quantitative analysis of aggregate economic phenomena, meta-economics takes a more introspective and critical approach, analyzing the underlying assumptions and frameworks that shape economic thinking. It encourages a deeper examination of the social, political, and cultural factors that influence economic decisions and outcomes, providing a broader perspective on the complex interplay between economics and society. How does this impact the decisions of C-suite leaders in business? C-suite leaders are mostly trained and motivated to act short-term due to stock market expectations, board directions, and relations with key stakeholders. When the crisis comes, which has been happening more frequently than ever in the past 2 decades, they cannot cope with it. Especially, if they have not lived in high inflation and recession before, they panic quickly. Arrogance is also another threat that conquers them from within, as managing such big wealth and power usually brings with it the illusion of seeing themselves like gods and acting as if they know everything even when things fall apart. Then the collapse begins. It is usually the easy route for leaders by laying off people instead of finding ways to keep them working, maybe with a mutual agreement, just like how it happened during the pandemic. Because if the so-called global economic model changes as fast as some experts say, we need people to stick to something important to them rather than staying alone outside without a job in the middle of a financial crisis. If you are in a C-suite leadership role or someone marching your way to become one, make sure you not only the economic theories of macroeconomics but also the meta-economics. Because the world is changing faster than ever and will become a totally different terrain with new rules of the game by 2030. Follow my YouTube channel and website for more. With love. Keenan.